Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Meet the Mentalist. My guest here today is Hannah Perez. Hannah, you want to say hi?
Hey, how are y'all?
All right, let's, without further ado, let's jump in. Goal to get to know you today, Hannah. I just got a few questions for you. Let's start on the personal side. Like, tell me about your family. What's your family look like?
Yeah, so right now it's really just my husband and I, but we do have plenty of furry friends. I've got 5 dogs and 2 cats, so wasn't meant to be that way, but they are my family now, and I love them dearly. But that's pretty much it for now.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, maybe. A family of 7, but only 2 are humans. Your husband, what's your husband's name?
Ricardo, and he is a general manager at a collision shop, so it's kind of cool because I get to go in and see that stuff as well. And he's kind of picked my brain a little bit for some of the stuff that we do to help him out on his side.
Sure. And I don't know how relevant this is. How long have you been married?
It's only been 4 months. But
4 months.
yes, but we've known each other for 8 years, so it's been a long time coming.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds like a lovely family, especially with all the furry friends. Here's another nice loaded question. Where do you live?
Yeah, so we actually just relocated to Henderson, Nevada, which is right outside of Las Vegas. Before that, we lived in Florida our entire lives. So it was time to make a change, and might sound kind of scary, Las Vegas, but it's actually pretty cool.
Okay. So in the last just few months, you've basically got married and moved across the country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good. I thought that was worth noting. How are you settling into Henderson, Nevada?
Yeah, I love it. There's just so much to do here. It's kind of nuts. You could go on the Las Vegas Strip and see all these casinos, bright lights, and just lots and lots of people, and then drive 20 minutes away, and it's like a totally different planet with canyons and hikes and just really beautiful. And yeah, it's actually it's really cool. I've already made some friends here too.
Awesome. Fantastic. Let's switch gears a little bit. What do you do for the agency?
Yeah, so I'm director of operations here, which is super exciting. So I lead a team of digital project managers and make sure that everything's running smoothly from to here to there to everywhere.
Okay. So operations, project management, running smoothly, helping our clients get what they paid for in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm. All that, all that, and the above. Yeah.
Uh, Very good. How long have you been in the industry? Like, how long you been doing this type of stuff?
Yeah, it's coming up on 5 years now. And it's been with HubSpot the entire time. I absolutely love HubSpot. I've worked in other CRMs before, and this one just takes the cake every time.
Cool. So 5 years in the industry, all about the power of HubSpot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. So give me an example. Like, what's the coolest thing you did at your job this week? Give me a cool example.
Ooh, actually, this is a really fun one because I just learned how to make a pretty massive workflow, which is based off of lead scoring and grading. And I more watched and learned while I did it, but it was really cool. It was actually like 20 different branches, and it really solved for the client where they couldn't use the typical lead scoring method because they had so much coming back from their Salesforce integration into HubSpot. So that was actually really cool to learn and see how to filter it out, how the lists are all taken in there, and then branch it out, figuring out who needs to be in what list and all that. So that was actually really cool for me, which sounds kind of nerdy that was cool, but it was.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely cool in a nerdy way, which makes sense. And what I heard there is like a really complex automated process for helping a client score their leads on like readiness and stuff like that. Is that what that comes out to?
Exactly what that is. So essentially, they have prospects that came over from Salesforce, and they're scored based on if they're a C-level client, a data manager client, even, and just kind of understanding how much material they're going to send out to them, and do we need to give them more downloaded content based on their score, and do we need to make more touch points for them? So it was actually really cool to see how it came out in the back end too, and how they score people, and what those people get if they score higher.
Very cool indeed. Very complex. Sounds complex.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So let's switch gears again. Let's go back to some fun stuff. Like, what do you do for fun? Talk to me through if you have a free night or a free day, hobbies, interests, stuff like that.
I read a lot. Mainly fantasy books. I do like the self-help book every now and then for sure. It's really cool to see how people are understanding and like their different perspectives of things inside of those books. But I do really like my series that is just more fun to read. And then I go do a lot of hiking with my dogs. I take them out and make sure that they have plenty of time to run around and see the world too, because I kind of feel like I need to give them a good life for sure. And then I also really love skiing whenever I can get out there and do it. But learned very quickly on this last ski trip that it's starting to hurt more after just one day. So that may come to an end, or at least get a little bit shorter on times. We'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would imagine being in Nevada, you're a little bit closer to some of that skiing, so maybe you just got to get back into ski shape.
I think that's what it is. Honestly, we went to up to Utah, which is incredible to me that it's a 2-hour drive from here because so waterlocked in Florida, you had to drive 8 hours to get out of there. So now we're like an hour from a ski. Oh my gosh, yeah, an hour from a ski resort in here in Nevada. It's teeny weeny, but might be worth taking a little trip up there. And Utah's right there, but yeah, I think I just have to get back in shape.
Very good. What's the last fantasy series you read?
Ooh, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I am on the last book. And it's really sad because I don't want it to end, and I have just been staring at those last 100 pages and just don't want to open it quite yet because it's just too good. Too good. Yeah.
Very good. Good share. Okay. How about closing us out with some sort of inspirational quote? You got anything come to mind, something that maybe inspires you or you think will inspire others?
Yeah. My favorite quote ever is that it's kind of fun to do the impossible. And we've done a lot of impossible things that may have seemed like there was not an end in sight. But man, when you get to the end of that and you see that end of that tunnel, it is so fun for me, which is also nerdy, but it's just really cool to do something that a lot of other folks probably wouldn't try to do.
Yeah, a lot of gratification and satisfaction in achieving something maybe that felt like it was impossible.
Totally. Totally.
I love that. I love that. Give me that quote one more time to close this out.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do the impossible.
It's kind of fun to do the impossible. I
Mhm.
love it. That's a great one, Hannah. Thank you. Really nice to spend a little bit of time with you. Thanks for sharing personal and professional and all that. And I really, really appreciate everything you do for the agency. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you.
All right. Bye, everyone.